This is the End Zone. Let's move the chains and talk about the quarterbacks drafted in the 2020 NFL Draft and their situations. So number 1, Joe Barrow. You all know this. I'm not going to spend too much time on him. He will be the starter day one, face of the franchise for the Cincinnati Bengals. Tua, he is going to the Dolphins, to a lot of people's surprise. I'm excited that the Dolphins weren't scared of drafting Tua despite all of his injuries. I think that he's going to make a nice addition. I expect some meaningful snaps by the middle of the season at least. I think that he can really be an incredible quarterback in the NFL with his accuracy and what they're building down in Florida. Number 3, Justin Herbert, moving on to the LA Chargers. He's probably going to sit the whole year. I don't really expect to see many meaningful snaps or even starts from Justin Herbert, maybe by the end of the year, depending on if they get the playoffs or not. It looks like Tyrod Taylor has everything locked down, according to Anthony Lynn, but Tyrod Taylor is going to be a great teacher, and Anthony Lynn is going to mold Justin Herbert because he is the future of the Chargers right now at the quarterback position. Speaking of the future, Jordan Love, a guy with a cannon of an arm, is in Green Bay. To many Green Bay fans' surprise, but it looks like he is the future of the Green Bay franchise. They traded up. It seems like they love Jordan Love, no pun intended. Whether you like it or not, Jordan Love is the future of the Packers franchise. Number 5, Jalen Hertz. He's going to be backing up behind Wentz with starting potential, almost like a Dak Prescott guy. You really got to develop him, but you love his passion for the sport. He's by far the hardest worker on the football team at all times, wherever he is. He will never quit, and he will never stop competing and grinding. He's just a guy you got to draft if you really need a backup quarterback or a quarterback for the future. Number 6, Jacob Eason. Elite arm talent and a chance to sit behind a legend and maybe future Hall of Famer Phillip Rivers to learn how to be a team player and create a better work ethic. That's one of the knocks against Jacob Eason, is that he's not really a great team player and he doesn't have the greatest work ethic in the film room, but he could get some help from a veteran quarterback like Phillip Rivers. Number 7, James Morgan, a very strong-armed quarterback who can chunk it far and deep but needs to improve on his accuracy. He'll be sitting behind a young Sam Darnold, but will be an upgrade at the backup position, which we saw last year was a huge weakness for the Jets when Darnold was out with mono. Number 8, Jake Fromm. I know everybody's making jokes, and you're probably going to make jokes about how far Jake Fromm fell this year in the NFL draft, but listen, he's still the same player who has won a multitude of games with Georgia despite not having the top physical traits that other gunslingers in the class have. He's an outstanding leader who can definitely contribute to the quarterback room in Buffalo. Jake Luton. Listen, I really like Jake Luton. He's my under-the-radar quarterback of the year. He's a prototypical pocket passer who has the arm strength and accuracy an NFL quarterback needs. His pocket presence is a little below average, but could end up being a steal and a solid backup behind Gardner Minshew in Jacksonville, or the rumors are Cam Newton might be ending up in Jacksonville. So we'll see how that plays out, but maybe he could work his way up in NFL depth chart someday. Number 10, Cole Mcdonald. I loved watching him in that run-and-shoot Hawaii offense, but he was the master of that pass-heavy offense, and sometimes people take that as a negative because he's passing so much. He needs to work on his touch and ball placement. He's got a pretty strong arm. Just get that timing down. He's definitely a guy who needs work, but Ryan Tannehill should be able to help him out in Tennessee. They have a young quarterback project in Cole Mcdonald all the way down in Nashville. Number 11, Ben DiNucci. DiNucci is a dual-threat quarterback. He threw for 3,400 yards and completed 70% at the FCS level. The problem is, he's at that FCS level. Is he going to be able to make that jump? He'll sit behind Dak Prescott and Cooper Rush. He'll be competing for that second spot on the depth chart at the quarterback position. I really like Ben DiNucci, a guy who made a lot of great plays at the FCS level. Number 12, Tommy Stevens. It seems like Tommy Stevens is the heir apparent to Taysom Hill because he's so athletic, he's a decent passer, but hey, this guy's a Swiss Army knife of a football player, and he can be a nice fit for the Saints offense that seems to like Taysom Hill and use him in many unique ways. Number 13, the final quarterback drafted was Nate Stanley. He has all the physical traits you look for in a prototypical NFL quarterback, but he's not very consistent. He's also not a very dual threat guy. If you can get him pressured, if you can get in that pocket with him, he might not make the best decisions or the best throws. He seems like a solid career backup and will start his career with the Minnesota Vikings. Thanks for watching the End Zone. Let me know who your favorite quarterbacks were in the NFL draft.